What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Justin Fields is a Pittsburgh Steeler. Pittsburgh kind of swinging for the fences a little bit here to try and get themselves a franchise quarterback, and honestly, I love it because they signed Russ like earlier this week, but then you get Justin Fields as like this insurance option, and I love the trade because you gave up scraps to get him. I'm going to talk about the three main reasons I love this trade for Justin Fields and for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and kind of break down the whole situation, right? So before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Please like the video, but let me know, do you like Justin Fields on the Steelers? He was one of, or the Steelers were one of the two options that I thought that would trade for him. It was either Atlanta or Pittsburgh. Did a video on that not too long ago. Obviously, Atlanta takes Kirk Cousins. Pittsburgh ends up trading a 6th round pick for Justin Fields. And a lot of people thought before free agency and stuff, you could get maybe a 3rd rounder for him, maybe like a late second. But ends up going for a 6th that could potentially turn into a 4th rounder depending on playing time. And yeah, so it's really a low risk, high reward trade, and that's my first reason why I loved Pittsburgh going for him is you only gave up a 6th rounder. At worst, you gave up a 4th rounder to get Justin Fields. So it's not like you gave up a 2nd or a 3rd, somebody that could potentially be like a starter from day one. You didn't give that up, right? You gave up somebody that may not even make your team for a guy that's going to be the backup, because they have already come out and say that Russell Wilson is going to be the starter. Like, that's their locked-in option, which honestly I think that's dumb. I think it should be a competition, and may the better man win, because I do think at this point in their careers, Fields has more to offer than Russell Wilson. I think Russell has flamed out in his last couple of situations. He's not a bad quarterback, but his play style at his age doesn't work as much. Justin Fields is a younger option, basically getting paid the same. They're both in really like pivotal years, Russell and Justin Fields. But you get Fields to back him up at the worst case scenario. I feel like after like 2 or 3 games of Russell Wilson, Pittsburgh's gonna be chanting, "We want Justin." I just, there's no way it doesn't happen. Honestly, like it almost seems like a lock for me. But so that's another reason that I like this whole trade, is that you have Russell Wilson insurance for if he does flame out, is that you have a guy in Justin Fields who can come in and electrify an offense a little bit and make plays, and he's like a formidable backup at the very worst. But ultimately, I think he needs to be starting, and I think at some point this season we will see that. The other main reason that I really like it is that Justin Fields is so young and he has so much untapped potential. The biggest concern, the issue that he's had for the last few years in Chicago is consistency. The situation around him wasn't very consistent, and he wasn't very consistent as well, right? He was late on making reads, held on to the ball too long, but when your receivers outside of DJ Moore really weren't all that hot, you didn't have a lot to work with, and your play calling is trash. Like, you're really set up to fail. And last year, they kind of got better as the season went on. Fields started to really kind of get comfortable, and now he's going to the most consistent situation in football in the last like 20 years. Pittsburgh, year in and year out, wins games. They're competitive in their division, and they're somebody that's right there at the end when it comes to making the playoffs. So he's going, his biggest issue in his whole career right now has been consistency. He's going to the most consistent situation he possibly could have. So under Mike Tomlin, I feel like Tomlin is probably the best coach that is going to get the most out of Justin Fields. You give up a 6th round pick and you may have a franchise quarterback. Only time will tell. But ultimately, I love the whole ordeal for getting Justin Fields. I was one of those people that I just felt like Chicago was going to trade him just because I just couldn't see him passing on Caleb. Although I did think that Chicago, he definitely gave them something to think about. And obviously some Bears fans some are going to be happy that he's gone, some are going to be very sad because he was very polarizing, but I feel like towards the end of it, most Bears fans kind of fell in love with the guy to a degree. And Pittsburgh, I feel like, is going to be no different. They're used to winning. Fields in the NFL is not used to winning, but all before that he was. And he's really got the best opportunity in front of him. I think that they need to make this a competition, not just guarantee Russell Wilson the job. Because when you guarantee things, you get complacency, you get a lower product, as to where when people got to compete and fight for their spot, you get the best version of them. So I think they're kind of doing both guys a little bit of a disservice by not having them compete. Ultimately, though, I feel like at some point in the season, Justin Fields will be starting for the Steelers. Whether it's due to Russell Wilson not playing well, or injury, or just drama, whatever it may be. They have the most interesting QB situation going into the season now. So that's going to be something to follow and be very interesting to see, like, you know, preseason, training camp, like how is this kind of QB room battling it out? Like how is this going? Because I feel like Justin Fields is a franchise guy in the right situation, and Pittsburgh could be the perfect situation for him. But let me know in the comments, what do you think of Justin Fields to the Steelers? Do you love it for Fields? Do you hate it for Fields? Do you like it for the Steelers? What are you kind of expecting from him? And just the overall intrigue, would you rather have him over Russell Wilson starting? That's going to be a topic that's going to get talked about quite a bit over the next 6 or 7 months. But we're going to have to wait to find out. I'm super interested in this one, but yeah. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like the content, please like the video. But let's tune in to see what happens over the next 6-7 months with Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, because it's going to be entertaining at the very least. But thanks for watching. Peace.